hello. Today we're going to be doing one of these political compass tests. Now, usually I'm just about here. I'm right on that traditional. Well, in terms of this graph, I don't always appreciate these, but you know, traditional democracy, centrist. I'm right on the border there of whatever. Oh God, I'm not going to start calling myself a classical liberal or any of that nonsense. I don't really like the labels, but that's where I am usually anyway. Which kind of explains why, you know, sometimes I might get on with someone who's right-leaning because there's just so little difference. But then a very sort of authoritarian lefty who shares, you know, is on the left with me, I can be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because there's such a huge difference. I've got a couple of things here. This is Eric Weinstein's one. He's very, very close to me. It's probably why I enjoy him. And it's probably why when I hear him, I think, well, yeah, he's right. And it's like, well, we align with each other. Obviously, I think this is the best place to be because that's where I am. So it feels right. Although I do appreciate the need for all the voices, as long as it's not too far out. Stay somewhere in the middle, please. Just to give you a little idea, Gandhi's down here with me. Stalin's all the way up there, Friedman's there, Thatcher's there, and Hitler is there. And the reason I've said Hitler last is because today we're going to do a very, very special political compass test. I'm not interested in getting to the same result that I always get to. I want to be literally Hitler today. Let's try and answer it. Let's try and dupe the test so it thinks I'm Hitler. And see what happens. Maybe there'll be a knock at the door, or who knows. We'll see. But yeah, that's the test anyway. And it's an interesting one because I can't just go fully like ultra right whatever, because Hitler was up there, as anyone actually read about it knows. He's not just a blind comic book whatever. Yeah, he was an extreme centrist. That's a worrying realisation. Right. So let's do this then. Political tump, and just to be clear, the answers aren't my answers. This is the goal is Hitler. The goal is Nazism. There's a nice little snippet for you, the arseholes to snip out. Just to prove a few propositions to start with concerning no less how you see the country and the world. If economic globalism is inevitable, it should primarily serve humanity rather than the... Oh, God, I'm already stuck. Question 1. Humanity. Well, transnationals? No. I'll just disagree on that because Hitler would have set up plenty of transnational companies, wouldn't he? They all would have served the Reich. I'd always support my country, whether it was right or wrong. Oh, you see, that's a tricky one, because if I was going for full Nazi, I'd say, yes! But then, whether it was right or wrong, the Reich wasn't wrong. How dare you? But let's strongly agree on that, just for the totalitarian bent. No one chooses his or her country of birth, so it's foolish to be proud of it. Strongly disagree. I hope this is right. Do you know what? This might show my lack of understanding of actual fascism and Nazism than it will how good I am at pretending to be a Nazi. Our race has many... Yes, that's an easy one. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Well, let's look at the Japanese and all that, eh? So let's agree with that, because friend's a strong word for us Nazis. Oh, this is going to be taken so out of context. I'm not a Nazi. I'm just trying to get that as a result. Just to be clear, that's the last time I was saying that. Military action that defies international law is sometimes justified. Strongly agree! No shots fired. There is now a worrying fusion of information and entertainment. I disagree with that. I think the level of propaganda is wonderful. I think it's just what we need. Next page. Now, the economy. We're talking attitudes here, not the FTSE index. People are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. Oh, I don't know what a Nazi would say to this, to be perfectly honest. People are ultimately divided more by class than nationality. See, when they started, they very much went with that rhetoric, didn't they? But then later on, when things got a bit bloody, I think they went more... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what a Nazi would say to that. I honestly don't. People are ultimately divided more by class than by nationality. I'm gonna soft disagree on that. Controlling inflation is more important than controlling unemployment. Ooh. I'm going to say strongly agree, because we all know the Nazis had a way of controlling unemployment, didn't they? It's just less people. So I'd say, yeah, let's strongly agree, eh? Let's keep that, because they did rise out of, like, that's exactly, well, it's one of the major factors, isn't it? The fact that they had do you remember the wheelbarrows of Marx that they had? Oh, battery's just gone on my vape. Balls! Because corporations cannot be trusted to voluntarily protect the environment, they require regulation. Strongly agree! Is that what I think a Nazi is? They say things that we all say, but just say it like this. Strongly agree! From each according to his ability to each according to his need is a fundamentally good idea. I'm guessing... Oh, I don't know, actually. I'm going to disagree on that. I'm not going to strongly disagree, because we all know that they had their roots in Marxism and all that nonsense. Not that I'm saying the Nazis was, you know, there's this thing of, yeah, obviously they were called the socialists, but and they did use a lot of that rhetoric to come into power. But you know, this whole thing where people go one or the other, they were a disgusting abomination, just like most sort of totalitarian nonsenses. It's very hard to just put them in one specific box. But that's what people like to do, because then they can go, oh, well, that was your lot, that was you guys. It's like, fuck off. Anyway, we're not doing that right now. We're being Nazis. It's a sad reflection on our society that something as basic as drinking water is now bottled, branded consumer products. I don't know what a Nazi would say to that. I'm going to say disagree. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Disagree. But that's just a guess. I don't know the answer to that one, to be honest. What if I don't get Nazi and I failed? Where's the whole thing I always say about if you can't present someone else's argument, your argument's not worth shit. What if I can't? What if I fail? I'm going to go back and think about that one again. Land shouldn't be a commodity to be bought and sold. Oh, I don't know. Let's leave it. It is regrettable that many personal fortunes are made by people who simply manipulate money and contribute nothing to their society. Now, here's the thing, actually. The Nazis actually used a lot of this rhetoric. So let's go for a soft agree on that. Protectionism is sometimes necessary in trade. Strongly agree! The only social responsibility of a company should be to deliver profit to their shareholders. Disagree! We need bullets! We need bread! We need tanks! The rich are too highly taxed. I don't know where I'm going to disagree on that. Wait. The rich are too highly taxed. No, we agree on that, don't we? Those with the ability to pay should have access to higher standards of medical care. Strongly agree. I'm assuming. Governments should penalise businesses that mislead the public. Strongly agree. We've got to trust the government. The right knows best. The Fourth Reich. A genuine free market requires restrictions on the ability of predator multinationals to create monopolies. What? No, a genuine free market. No. We can't go for the. We can't go for the my answer here and get into that. The freer the market, the freer the people. Disagree. I'm assuming. I think. I don't know. I'm not a very good Nazi. Now look at. Oh, here we go. Abortion, when the woman's life is not threatened, should always be illegal. I don't know. Abortion. Let's go for agree on that. Just for all authority should be questioned. That's an easy one. Strongly disagree. How dare you? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Strongly agree. What with all the money lending and gay sex and things that us Nazis hate and stuff like that. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theatres or museums that can't survive. Oh, I don't know. What the hell was that? I'll deal with it later. Something very large just fell down. Oh, I'll deal with it later. I hope it wasn't important. What are we on? 11 minutes. Right, let's hurry this up. Taxpayers should not be expected to prop up any theatres or museums that can... I don't know. Let's disagree with that. Schools should not make classroom attendance. Schools should not make classrooms. Disagree. They need to be educated. The Hitler Youth, they need to be in there. All people have their rights, but it is better for all of us that different sorts of people should keep to their own kind. Strongly agree. This is fun. It's fun actually not being legit and it not having any consequences. Not that it really does, it's just a little graph usually. But good parents sometimes have to spank their children. Of course they do. Beat that. Beat that dissent out of him. It's natural for children to keep some secrets from their parents. Well, yes, they need to keep quiet if they're going to shop you in, don't they? Possessing marijuana for personal use should not be a criminal offence. Strongly disagree. How dare you? Hey, we can't unite the world. People are off taking drugs. The prime function of schooling should be to equip the future generation to find jobs. I'm going to agree with that. I think Nazis were all about that. You forget about that with the Nazis. You know, obviously they did some horrific bad shit. I don't need to say that, but you forget about the rhetoric that brought it in. You see, fascism. People always talk about fascism. They always call fascists, it's like as an insult, like you're a dirty, look at you dirty fascist. People don't realise that fascism is actually it's warm and wonderful and hopeful. It really is, and it's like we're too scared to talk about it. And one of the things that allows true fascism to come in is the thing about jobs. And the fear of sort of independence, being able to stand on your own 2 feet and all. That's why people sign up to it. This thing about fascists, people use fascists the same way they'd say like a monster, you monster and stuff. And it's like, they're not all like Mr. Burns types and all that. Fascism is actually it feels good for the people involved. It really frustrates me if people don't... because it is this boogeyman, I think people are too scared to actually really face educating themselves on what it is. But anyway, let's not worry about that just now. We're not criticising fascism, we're supporting it today. So let's do this. People with serious, this is an easy one, people with serious inheritable disabilities should not be allowed to reproduce. Strongly agree. They loved a bit of that, didn't they? Oh, I feel bad. I actually feel a bit dirty clicking that. The most important for children is to learn to accept discipline, of course. There are no savage, civilized people. Oh, I strongly disagree with that. Those who are able to work and refuse should not. Yes, agree. Agree, strongly agree. When you are troubled, it's better not to think about it, but to keep busy with more cheerful things. What? Disagree. Disagree. Just get on with it. Stop being a soft ass. First generation immigrants can never be fully integrated within. You're actually never. Never! What's good for the most successful corporations is always ultimately disagree. No broadcasting institution, however independent its content, should refuse. No, we disagree with that. Give them the money so they can spread the good word about the Reich, the Fourth Reich. More? Oh, 4 or 6. Okay. Our civil liberties are being excessively curbed in the name of disagree. Disagree. A significant advantage of one-party state is that it avoids all... What? A significant advantage of a one-party state is that it avoids all the arguments. Strongly agree. Strongly agree. Oh, I feel really creepy and dirty clicking these answers. Although the electronic age makes official surveillance easier, only wrongdoers need to be worried. Agree. If you're I'm not even going to keep saying slightly fascistic things. Let's just get through this. The death penalty should be an option for the most serious of crimes. Agree. Ovens and gas and all sorts. By the wall. In a civilized society, one must always have people above to be obeyed and people below to be commanded. Strongly agree. Abstract art that doesn't represent anything shouldn't be considered at all. Yes, Hitler loved his art, didn't he? But it wasn't abstract. He did his lovely little landscape. He was actually an alright artist. If he'd have got into that a bit more, who knows? Well, no. Someone else would have stepped in the place. You can't have that kind of a rise of communism without the counterbalance coming up. You can't. Someone else would have done it. Maybe in England too, eh? Maybe it would have come here. We liked him. We liked Hitler. You know, we like to talk about the latter bit of it, but we loved him when he was coming up. In criminal justice, punishment should be more. Yes, agree. It's a waste of my time to try and rehabilitate. Agreed. Get him to the camps. God. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? This was a really good idea, but I'm regretting it now. The business person and the manufacturer are more important than the right. Strongly agree. More bullets, more tanks. Mothers may have careers, but their first duty is to be homemakers. I'd say we agree with that, especially considering back then. Multinational companies are ethically exploiting the plant genetic resources of... let's disagree with that, shall we? Making peace with the establishment is an important... Strongly agree. You should make peace with the establishment. Astrology accurately explains many things. I don't know the answers to that if you're a Nazi, so I'm just going to strongly disagree because it's obvious bullshit. You cannot be moral without being religious. Oh, God. I've forgotten. You always get that thing about Hitler being an atheist, don't you? But I don't know. You cannot be moral without being religious. I'm going to be honest, I can't remember. So it's a point of, let's just soft agree on that. Charity is better than social security as a means of helping the genuine disadvantaged. Yeah, let's do that. Some people are naturally unlucky. Strongly agree. No. It is important that my child's school instills religious values. Strongly disagree. They just need to like the state. Sex outside marriage is usually immoral. I'm going to say agree on that. I think so. I'm not sure what a Nazi would actually say, to be honest. A same-sex couple living a stable should not be excluded from the possibly. Strongly disagree. The gays The gays got sent to the camps too, didn't they? A same-sex couple in a stable, loving relationship should not be excluded from the... Yeah, strongly disagree. They should be taken away to the camps. I'm going to disagree with pornography, I think. What goes on in a private bedroom between consenting adults is no business of the states. Strongly disagree. No one can feel naturally homosexual. What? Should we agree with that? I reckon there was quite a few closet gays. You see the thing, but like in terms of the party line, they didn't like the gays, did they? These days, openness about sex has gone too far. Agreed. Okay. Okay, where am I? 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 Ooh! Oh my god! Hey, that's not bad, is it? That's not bad. Wait, I was pretty authoritarian there. How do I get to Hitler levels? Wait, where's it gone? Hitler's there. Yeah, that wasn't too bad though, was it? Not bad. Not bad. Oh, I'm happy with that. I mean, you know, as an experiment, like. So there's me. Oh, let's yeah, we'll do that. And then pictures of Trump and all that. How you can help us, blah blah blah. Oh, that was awesome. I don't think I've ever seen. I think the highest I've ever seen, because I'll be honest, most authoritarians, especially, that most people aren't going to post it if it comes up here. I mean, really, to answer what I just answered. How do I get to the top though? That's really frustrating. I'm happy with that though. I'm overall quite happy with that. You know, if you look at yeah, that's awesome. Just keep pulling that up. Keep clicking the wrong tab. So there's Hitler. So what is he? 1 to the right, 2 from the top. What am I? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, just slightly off. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, that's pretty good, eh? That's not bad. I'm happy with that. I mean, you know, obviously I don't want to be a Nazi or anything, but that's awesome. Yeah, there we go. I'm close enough, I think, especially considering you know, I didn't do any research. It was all stuff off the top of my head. Oh, I shouldn't say I'm happy, but I am. I'm happy because if you can't get inside someone else's thinking, what the fuck good are you to anyone? Anyway, thanks for that. Please hit the circle above my head to subscribe, and you know, there's videos popping up here right now. There we go. But yeah, hit the circle. Make sure you hit the circle. Join us on Thursdays for the live show, 10 PM. And join us on Tuesdays for the live recording of our podcast, 10:30 PM for Tuesday and 10 PM Thursday. We also release a podcast Wednesday and Fridays. We've got a social media channel. Links are in the description and all the rest of it. Drop us a thing on Patreon as well, eh? Drop us a buck. Drop us $1. Give me $1 so I can keep doing this and not get a real job. For God's sake!